What's up, guys? This is Doug with Basement Level Magic. We're back for another Swiss draft, Battle for Zendikar. And I pulled an unexciting rare, unfortunately. We got Bring to Light, which I guess is seeing some constructed play, but not that great of a card, I don't think, for limited. Yeah. So maximum you can pay 5 colors to play a 5-mana spell. Yeah, it's just not enough in this particular format, I don't think. So other cards here that are interesting are the Lifespring Druid. I do like Drana's Emissary quite a bit. It is double color to get right from the get-go, but it's probably the best card in the pack. And I don't see anything other than the Lifespring Druid that I would really want in its place. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that. The Aligned Hedron Network. I opened that last draft, and it did not make it into my deck then, and it's not going to make it into my deck now. So you got the Angel of Renewal, which is a pretty darn good card. Sheer Drop is always a consideration. Angelic Gift is okay. Gideon's Reproach is quite good. I'm even tempted to take it over the Angel. Vampiric Rites, if I'm playing the black-white deck, is quite good, but I think that could come back around. I'm going to take the Gideon's Reproach. Here, so Colastry Healer is one of the enablers for the black-white allies life gain deck, and I would love to take a Shambling Vent, because if I'm playing black-white, it's just an awesome card. But I think the Colastry Healer is too good of a pickup here. So here we have an ally. We can pick up the white ally, the Cliffside Lookout, which is okay. In red, the McKindy Slide Runner is probably, well, the McKindy Slide Runner or the Chasm Guide are probably the best pickups. So I think I'm going to take the Lookout. Let's try and keep going with the plan we got. Gruesome Slaughter, probably not so far anyway, the deck for that. Blue looks open. I could take the Cloud Manta here over the Lithomancer's Focus. I think I'm going to take the Focus though. I think we can stay on at least this far. We've been able to stay on track, and I think it's a fine card. So here we sort of run out of stuff. Myers Malice is okay. Bone Splinters is probably the pick, just because it can destroy something big that you can't get through just by sacrificing maybe your weakest creature. Other than that, the Reckless Cohort is a pretty decent pickup. I'm going to take the Bone Splinters though. We want to be on the lookout for the black, was it the black 2-drop that you gain a life anytime you have a creature die. It's got some good synergy with Bone Splinters. Got some good synergy with Drana's Emissary too. So there's a couple options here. We can take the Ally, which I think is probably the pickup. The Evolving Wilds is a close second, but we'll take the Expedition Envoy. We got a couple of the enablers for the life gain deck. Now we really need the payoff cards. We need the I forget the name of the one that gets Death Touch if you gain life, and then the one that gains flying if you gain life. The vampires. I'm gonna take the Brood Monitor. I think it's just the best card. Well, I'm gonna say the Fortified Rampart's pretty good too, and it's actually in our colors. I'll take that. It might even see play. I don't know. I'll leave it in the deck for now. Rasa Ranger. Altar's Reap or Shadow Glider. I'm going to put the Lifespring Druid in the sideboard. I think. Leaves us open to picking up. There was a lot of green late. It leaves us open to picking up a second color later if we decide we need to. Here's the vampiric rites we were hoping to get back. That's perfect. So far it's looking pretty good. The more allies, the better, though. I think the second Lifespring Druid is probably the best pickup here. This leaves us really open in Pack 2 to change directions if we decide we want to. I'm just looking at the infuse with the elements. I think chances of me playing Dutiful Return is pretty low, so I'll just take the green where I can get it, and they're all playable. So it does give me quite a backup plan if I'm not able to pick up any of the the creatures that really gain value if you gain life. Usually they're not hard to pick up, but we'll see. Alright, so we pick up From Beyond, and it is in green, which is certainly something we could take. And the nice part about it being in green is that there is literally nothing in white or black that I want, which is also kind of a bummer. So From Beyond actually has some pretty cool synergies with like the vampiric rites as well. Here we take the ally encampment. Boy, white and black, there just hasn't been much in these first two picks. Sledgecrawler is a fine card. It goes in the Devoid deck though. The Cliffside Lookout, I mean, anyone else playing white is going to take it because there's nothing else to take. And the ally encampment, I've just not been super impressed with, especially in a 2-color ally. If we end up playing the 3rd color, I may be disappointed with that pick. So we're definitely not in red, but that Resolute Blade Master seems like an excellent pickup. And there is not really a black card here that I care about. But do I want to really be going into a 4th color? I mean, I suppose the Lifespring Druids allow me to play any color. I'm wishing now I had picked up that ally encampment. And Duststalker. Duststalker's pretty sweet too. He's actually pretty sweet in a deck where he's the only Devoid creature, I think. Other options, I could pick up the Tajuru Beastmaster, as it's an ally and it's in green. I think we'll take the Resolute Blade Master. I don't know if we play him, but wow, alright. So the question here is, do I take the Smothering Abomination over the McKinley Patrol when I've really been trying to pick up more allies? There's also the Expedition Envoy. I honestly think we get one of them back from this pack. I'm going to take the Abomination. It's an excellent card. Sanctum of Ugin. Yeah, that one's not going to fit in this deck. And of course, I finally get one of the cards I've been looking for. Also Wasteland Strangler, which is good if you have... if you're ingesting, but we're not going to be. The Nirkana Assassin versus a complete disregard. I mean, I think we take the Assassin. The synergy is probably more important at this point than the hard removal. And then Calastre Night Watch is the other card I was hoping to get. And now here we have an interesting pickup. We can either take the McKinley Patrol or the Rising Miasma. Or another Calastre Night Watch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you're only going to get a land back out of this at best. So we do lack removal. So I think it might be in our best interest to take the Miasma. We already have have 10 creatures. And we do have another pack to go, so I think we're fine with that. So I guess Smite the Monstrous probably, just for some more hard removal. And it's removal for the kind of things that we can't deal with other ways. So that's also good. I don't know yet if we splash red. I suppose if we pick up a little bit more fixing, we can throw some green in. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at this point. Certainly tempting with From Beyond. So we have a choice between an Altar's Reap or probably Sandstone Bridge or Blighted Fen. Probably Blighted Fen. We could get the ally encampment back, and I think I'll definitely play it. Allows me to splash more ally creatures. Yeah, we'll take a second Blighted Fen, sure. Here I think Mire's Malice for the sideboard. We can take the Fertile, or the Inspired Charge, sorry. And then we can also take the Swell Growth. The Dutiful Return back. So, Inspired Charge maybe. We'll have to wait and see how this last pack goes. So Exert Influence, in basically the one color we don't have anything of. So I think we can go ahead and just leave that where it's at. So Encircling Fissure has been quite good for me. We do have the potential to grab another Resolute Blade Master, another Bone Splinters, or a Demon's Grasp. So the way the curve looks now, I'm gonna move the lands out just to get a better idea. It's looking pretty good. I could use some more 2 or 3 drops. I don't think I want another 5-drop, and a 5-drop removal seems pretty weak compared to this Encircling Fissure. I like they go for the win, and you negate all their damage, and then crack back yourself for the win. So here we have the Calastrate Healer versus the Steward. The Steward is probably a better creature. I think I would rather have the Calastrate Healer though. So not much for us in this pack. And I think I'm just going to take... I don't mind the Sludge Crawler as a 1-drop in what's already a pretty aggressive deck. I'm tempted to take the Rolling Thunder just because it's so good, but I think the Sludge Crawler probably has a little bit more synergy with what we're trying to do here. In this pack, so we can either go for some ramp just for whatever we might decide to use it for, or take the Felidar Cub. The nice thing about the Cub is that it does allow us to remove some enchantments if we need to. And otherwise, I don't think we have any way to get rid of one. I know people like this Scythe Leopard, and it's so much worse than a 2/2 that gets 1/1 when you drop a land. I just don't like it. I think here we'll just take the Lookout. I think one Felidar Cub is probably enough. So I could take the McKindy Slide Runner, because at least it does 3 damage when you drop a land. Could take the Lifespring Druid. I'm not going to play 2 Inspired Charges, and I probably am not going to play 2 Felidar Cubs. Although I'd be more likely to play the Cub. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think the Core Castigator is exactly what we need here. I do like the Snapping Gnarlid a lot, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's just so much better to attack for 3 instead of 2. Unless you're playing, what is it, the instant that lets you drop an extra land. Because chances are you're just not going to get above somebody with a 2/2, and with a 3/3 in this format, you really can get through a lot of stuff. I suppose we take the Stalwart or the Sandstone Bridge. With the Blighted Step. Awkward that the 2 white men are in the same pack. I think I would rather have the elf for the sideboard. Take the Boil Land. I do like the Rot Shambler if I'm going to play green. So I guess I'll take it and we'll see what happens. And then I think we'll just go ahead and take the Angelic Gift. Again, I don't think that I'm going to play it. And we may have some cuts to do here. I don't know if Resolute Blade Master is really worth splashing for if it's my only red card. So we'll see. We're pretty close to a deck. It's definitely close to the ground. And in a deck with like 16 creatures is a good place to be playing a Smothering Abomination. Because chances in 2 draws of drawing another creature to replace the one you lost is pretty good. I mean, I think mostly this card was designed to be in a deck that's playing a lot of Eldrazi Scions to sacrifice to it, but still, pretty good card. So what is this deck going to have problems with? It's going to have problems if we don't win early. Definitely. Continues that I have to double sort in order to change anything in my deck or sideboard for some reason. Alright, so we're already pinging the heck out of them with our Colastria Healers and our Drana's Emissary. We have the Nirkana Assassin and the Colastria Nightwatch that gain value off gaining life. We have Vampiric Rites, which allows us to draw cards. We have Smothering Abomination, which allows us to draw cards. We have Gideon's Reproach and Let the Menzer's Focus. Actually, now that I look at this, the amount of cards that we have the potential to draw and the amount of creatures we have, I kind of do want to play the Inspired Charge. Do I want to play 3 Cliffside Lookouts? That I don't know. So what green cards, if I was going to play green cards, would I want to play? The Velka Predator's not bad for red. I would consider playing the Rot Shambler in green, the Tajuru Stalwart, both Lifespring Druids. I would probably want to play From Beyond. That is a good converge card, infused with the elements if you're going to play multiple colors. And you can go up to 4. So if I'm going to put green in, I'll probably take out the rampart. What is it? 1, 2 drop, 3, 3 drops, and 2, 4 drops. Would I rather have something other than the sledge crawler? Probably take out a Felidar cub. And I think the curve looks pretty good. So do I want to play the Vampiric Rites? And do I think I'll get any real value out of it? It's definitely better with Infuse the Elements. That's for sure. So would I rather drop a couple of Cliffside Lookouts, add a couple of Lifespring Druids, play From Beyond, this Infuse the Elements just looks like an awesome combat trick, and especially in the number of colors I'm playing. Especially if I'm playing Resolute Blade Master and something goes unblocked, and I can put a bunch of counters on it to put through lethal. So I find the Sledge Crawlers often kind of awkward, especially in a deck that doesn't need ingesting, because you don't want to be sinking your mana into a couple more damage, but it has the same synergy that I was just talking about with the Fuse with Elements. I think probably it's worthwhile to err on the side of caution here. And so I'm going to go ahead and combine the groups back up and see where I think I need more cards. So that leaves me needing one cut. I think I do cut one cub and play Ally Encampment, both Blighted Fens. And like one mountain. Yeah, I think that looks good. Alright, I will be back for round one. Thanks for watching.